Hello everyone, it's me again. My name's Bakam, 8 years old. Today I want to read about my book Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Today's chapter let me see. Here. Today's chapter is Lord Voldemort's request. Let's see. It starts with page 352 and ends at page 371. Oh man! Let's read it. Harry and Ron left the hospital when first thing on Monday morning, restored to a full health by the ministrations of Madame Pomfrey and now able to join the benefits of having been knocked out and poisoned, the best of which was that Hermione was friends with Ron again. Hermione even escorted them down to breakfast, praying with her eyes. Diagon had argued within the pulsing creature in Harry's chest. Suddenly he raised his head, sniffing the air hopefully. What did they roll about now? He asked, trying to find out casual as they turned into a seventh floor corridor which was deserted but for a very small girl who had been examining a tapestry with rose and tatas. She looked terrified at the sight. The approaching 60 years had shook the heavy breast scales she was carrying. It's all right, Hermione kindly hurrying towards to help her. Here, she tapped the broken scales with her wand and said, "Reparo." They passed and watched them out of sight. Harry glanced back at her. "I swear they're getting smaller," he said. "Never mind," said Harry, a little impatiently. "What a guinea and dean now about Hermione." Professor Slughorn, but at the end of portion, so, but he wouldn't give it to me. There was a little silence. See, said Ron eventually, peering at Harry over the top of his half-moon spectacles and giving Harry the usual sensation that he, the first in this matter, do you? What do you have exercised all over so considerably intensely? What you have left so deft of cooling and plumbed? Well, he slowed forward to say next. A single attempts to get hold of memory seemed embarrassing feeble. Was a day he and Ron swallowed love potion by mistake. Looking to Professor Slughorn. I thought maybe if I got Professor Slughorn in a good mood. And did that work? Asked Dumbledore. Well, no, sir, because Ron got poisoned, which naturally made you forget all about trying to retrieve the memories. I would have expected nothing else, but the best friend was in danger. Once it's become clear that Mr. Weasley was going to make a full recovery, however, I would have hoped that you return to the test to set you. Talk made it clear to how very important that memory is. Indeed, I did my best to impress upon you that it is the most clear memory of all and that we will be wasting our time without it. a hot prickly flea of shame spread from the top of Harry's head on the way down his body. Someone must realize his voice. He did not even sound angry, but Harry could have reformed him to yell, "This, sir," he said desperately. "It isn't what I wasn't bothered or anything. I just had other things on the mind." Don't finish the sentence for him. I see. Alright, so let's continue. I believe he had separate reasons, so he had confided in none of them. So Professor Tippett had a mother. Firstly, and very importantly, Voldemort was, I believe, more attached to this school than he has ever been a person. Hogwarts was where he had been happiest, the first and only place he had felt at home. Harry felt slightly uncomfortable at these words, for this was exactly how he felt about Hogwarts too. Secondly, the castle is a stronghold of ancient magic. Undoubtedly, Voldemort had penetrated many more of his secrets than most of the students who passed through the place, but he may have felt that there were still mysteries to unravel, stories of magic to tap. And thirdly, as a teacher, he would have had great power and influence over young witches and wizards. Voldemort investigated spending the rest of his life at Hogwarts, but I do think that he saw it as a useful recruiting ground and a place where he might begin to build for himself an army. But he did get the job, sir? No, he did not. Professor Tippett told him that he was too young at 18, but invited him to reply in a few years if he still wished to teach. How did you feel about that, sir? Asked Harry hesitantly. Deeply uneasy, said Dumbledore. right, so let's continue the story. I'm wasting a lot of time. So Voldemort went off to Bolton and Brooks, and all the staff who had admired him had that away it was. A brilliant young wizard, like polite and handsome and clever, he was soon given particular jobs of the eyes. As you know, Harry and objects were unusual and properties. Voldemort was sent to persuade people to part with their treasures for sale by partners, and he was, by all accounts, usually he by himself. Well, quite, said Dumbledore with a faint smile. And now it is time to hear from Honky, the house elf who worked for a very rich witch by the name of Halbert Smith. Dumbledore tapped a bottle with his wand, the cork flew out, and he took the swollen memory into the pensive saying, as he did so, after you, Harry. How do I look? said Hedda, looking her head to admire the various angles of her face in the mirror. That's right, said Elizabeth, delighted apparently at the sight. Oh, yes, said Ron quietly. Yes, that's right, said Herbert, delightedly, apparently at the sight of Voldemort gazing at her locket, transfixed. I had to pay an arm and a leg for my collection. Bert bought it, apparently, from a rag-looking woman who seemed to have stolen it, but had no ideas of its true value. At her words, and Harry saw his knuckles. What on the locker's chain. Are you all right, dear? Oh, yes, said Ron quietly. Yes, I'm very well. I thought but a trick of light, I suppose, said Elizabeth. Looked, King unnerved. Harry guessed that she too, and seen a momentary red gleam in Ron's eyes. Here, Honky, take these away and lock them up again, the usual enchantments. No way, said Harry, angry. I see we are of one mind, said Dumbledore. Certainly there are many similarities between the dead and that of the riddles. I guess we just continue the The two fabulous trophies that poor pop-stuffed old woman showed him, just as he once robbed the other children at his forage, just as he stolen his Uncle Morphin, so he ran off now with his bed, cup and locket. But now, said Harry, frowning, it seems man risking everything. Man, you perhaps not to Voldemort. Mine, said Dumbledore, and Harry dived after the more towards the shifting silver mass, landing in the very office he had just left. There was Fox slumbered, perhaps a little head hanging on the out. The younger Dumbledore seemed to be waiting for something. It is, said Dumbledore, also standing. Then we have nothing more to say to each other. No, nothing, said Dumbledore, and a great sadness filled his face. The time is no long gone. I shall tell you, Harry, when you have retrieved that memory from Professor Slughorn, said Dumbledore, when you have that last piece. Oh, was he So he did that. So he definitely wanted to. Torb said the aftermath of our little meeting. Torb said, "Seriously, you can keep at the fence. I refuse post to Lord Voldemort. So goodbye, Ron. See you later. Have a nice day."